You know nothing, Marcus Eckloff.
So bad.
So bad. You bottomed out last week, and now it's just up from there.
It wasn't bad.
And then the sting broke.
And that's why we're not on TL. Did you fix it?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Do you know that you breathe very heavily at the beginning of the show, John?
Really?
Yeah, it's like you've never expended that much energy in your life while you're typing and putting up stings and stuff.
Well, it's very... I probably just have the mic up my nose.
Yeah, that's probably it.
And I take one last soothing breath before we jump into it. Speaking of jumping into it, welcome everybody to the Esports Canada TV, episode number 38. Just shy of 40. I'm your host, @QuinInTheNet, John Quinn. You can follow me on Twitter. That's a thing. So is my two lovely co-hosts. Love these guys so much. Did I ever mention that? @ESCJovian to my stage right. How you doing, Frank?
I'm very well, thank you for asking. How you doing, Johnny?
I'm doing fantastic. I had a great weekend, and I had today off from work.
That sounds amazing. Oh yeah, you're going to probably talk about your weekend, so don't worry about it.
I will get into that. It was non-esports related, but fun nonetheless.
I don't want to hear it. No esports.
It had to do with hockey, which is also a pretty big topic on the show from time to time, so
Yeah.
we will get into that later. And my other lovely co-host, @ESC Songers, Nick Song. How you doing this evening, Nick?
Much better. Back to 100%. The surgery was a success. I am no longer a man with a hernia.
No longer a man with a hernia.
Washroom breaks aren't a problem for you anymore, huh?
Nope, not a problem.
Awesome, bro. So happy for you. So stoked.
Thanks, man.
Super stoked on your no hernia.
You too.
Before I jump into introducing our guests, I do want to introduce our title sponsor for the evening, Alpine Lager, manufactured by Moosehead Breweries here in lovely St. John, New Brunswick. They sponsored me with this single beer.
Did you
I
have to
had to
buy
buy
it?
it. I had to buy it, but I'm sure they appreciate it. And if you guys want to jump on Twitter and tweet to, I think it's @Alpine Lager, and tell them you love what they're doing on Esports Canada TV, that would be fantastic. And mention my name and maybe a picture of me and my home address.
We can do that.
All right, guys, our guest for this evening, the man himself, Pat Mclean, a.k.a. HandFromAbov, who I called Death from Above last week. But after meeting him for the few minutes before the show, I can assure you he is not a death bringer. He is the CEO.
That was my old name, actually.
Oh, Deathbringer or Death from Above?
Death from Above.
Okay. I got it confused with the popular rock band.
That's okay.
The CEO of Underrated Gaming, Mr. Pat Mclean. Pat, how you doing this evening?
You know, I would say I'm better, but I have things to talk about tonight, and I'm here with this amazing show. So thank you for having me on, guys.
Yay.
For coming.
We're glad to have you.
I love it when we have a guest on who has something to do with running a team, managing a team, owning a team, something like that. Because it gives a really good insight into something that a lot of people don't know too much about. I mean, we always get the player perspective of what it's like to play for a team or, switching teams and all that. But not often do we get, what it's like to actually run a team and all the stresses involved with that. And I can assure you.
There's stress?
Is there stress?
I don't think so.
No.
Wow. And he even had a kid recently. That's unreal. Unreal.
What was more stressful, the kid or esports?
Well, I could say there's product placement, too, this time. But, I don't know.
Is that your baby's blanket?
No, that would be the latest UR Gaming mouse pad that will go on sale in the next few weeks, guys.
Oh, exciting.
You can also use it as a spit up guard for the baby. You place it on your shoulder, and then
It is actually rather large. We are going with multiple sizes, so people that want, a very large mouse pad, they can actually go for it. So
fantastic. And last week was our Memorial Day special, and so we invited on an American guest, Chris Chan, aka Chanman B, who held a pretty spectacular Star Strikers tournament on the weekend. And I thought our run of American guests was over, and I thought Pat was Canadian, but it turns out in the pre-show
no, I just
interview,
own a lot of Canadians. That's all.
He just owns a lot of Canadians. He comes in much like other professional StarCraft teams. He comes and raids Canada of all of our talent, much like America does with our oil and lumber and hockey players.
They do that with celebrities as well?
Yes. They stole Pamela Anderson. I believe Ryan Reynolds as well. Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Well, we got Ryan Miller for hockey, so I'm all set there. So,
So you're a Sabres fan.
you couldn't tell that by the blue room and the Sabres stuff around it. And...
Oh,
Well, we can't see any of the Sabres stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll have to
But the
pan-
blue should have totally tipped us off. I thought you were Columbus Blue Jackets for a minute, but
Yeah, no, they can go screw off.
I met Brad May on the weekend actually.
Brad, I have actually skated with. So
Oh wow.
I played
I
hockey.
can't say I've done because I can't skate.
I was semi-pro, basically.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
I think we shouldn't ask any esports questions. I think we just
Yeah,
found
I want to hear more about this semi-pro hockey career.
I was going through all the way up to about the junior Amerks, and I was about to try out for the Amerks till I injured a shoulder. I was a goalie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you said the Amerks?
The Rochester Amerks. I was a junior. Amerks, so.
Oh, okay, cool. I remember the Rochester Americans of the AHL. Or is that the same team?
Yep.
Okay. You call it the Americans.
Okay. We call them the Amerks. So.
Okay.
Chat's blowing up about Rochester.
I live in the home of the previous St. John Flames.
Yeah, and then you guys died.
And then we died after we won the Calder Cup.
Yeah, that's how it works, isn't it?
We won the cup, played the next season, and then folded the season after.
I heard Canada likes to riot when they win and or lose, so no matter what. Maybe St. John's just didn't want to deal with that at that time.
The weather's not nice enough to riot here at any point. But now we have the St. John Sea Dogs, who are a Q team.
Sea Dogs? That sounds much less fierce. They should have called it like Flaming Sea Dogs.
Two-time President's Cup holders.
That sounds
and Memorial Cup champions from 2 years ago.
That sounds almost as good as a Calder Cup, and maybe not as good as a Stanley Cup that Toronto will never see. So
there you go.
John hates Toronto, so I don't know.
Yeah, you can't if you're. Wait till the lightning round, and then you can suck up with ex-Toronto.
All right.
Nick doesn't even know what hockey is. He's so confused right now.
Yo, I
Basically
was
speaking
watching
German.
some kids play NHL 13 today, and I was just like, I don't get this game. There are all these zealots. What's happening? I have no idea. They were like, it's so cool. I don't know. Sports was just never a big thing for an Asian family.
Yeah, no, Asians, it's StarCraft. I'm pretty
It's all about StarCraft.
Or fighting games.
That too.
That's true. But enough about petty things like real sports. We're going to jump into the nitty-gritty of esports because I want to hear all you have to say, Pat. And I know you got some announcements, so we do want to get to those.
I have announcements? Wait, I came on the show to say something?
I believe so.
Oh, man, I got to leave, guys. Sorry.
So first things first, tell us where you're from, where you were born, and how you got involved with esports.
Okay, well, that's a long story in a galaxy far, far away. But really, I was born here in Rochester, New York, in a little town called in Brockport, in a little podunk hospital. And I just kind of grew up loving games. Did a lot of Doom and Dig Dug and King's Quest and stuff like that. My father was a gamer.
Oh, nice.
So we had the Ataris, we had, like I grew up with a little bit of everything. Like as soon as Nintendo came out, I had Nintendo. So it was like my favorite thing in the world, Final Fantasy. I could play it for hours and I was happy. Mm-hmm. My mother had to take it away many of times because she's like, go do your homework. And I'm like, no, I don't think you understand. It was sports and gaming. That's all I did. And I fixed computers for my father and, did stuff for that. So, I mean, I grew up and really just kind of got into video games. When I got injured playing hockey, I kind of fell back on being a nerd, being a geek. And around that time, that's when Quake 3 came out. I don't know if you guys were a big fan of SPS back in the day.
Not too much, but Quake was something I played for fun from time to time. I played on that level where it's like you had the two launcher things and used across like a whole map.
Yes.
And in space, and you would just launch each other over and just one-shot each other with that instant give gun.
Yep.
Good times.
Yes. I actually got into playing Quake very heavily. I wasn't one of the best, but I was very good at it. So I was like, okay, well, this esports thing's kind of cool. I've competed a few times. And then right around the same time, we had StarCraft come out. if I remember correctly, if I got my dates right. So StarCraft comes out, and my cousin bought it. And he goes, I've been playing Command & Conquer nonstop. I was a Command & Conquer geek.
Nice.
Like, RTSs were my thing. I loved Command & Conquer Red Alert. By far still one of my all-time favorite games ever. And so he goes, hey, try this out. He had it on his dad's old 486 something, like, just POS computer. But yet it played. And I played it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. So I ended up doing my normal summer job, mowing lawns. Went out, bought it, brought it home. We had a Pentium 2 at the time, or a Pentium, I forget, whatever.
Yeah.
And installed it and just played it to death, like just nonstop. And so when IC Cup came out during Brood War, and I think it was Brood War and all that, I got into it and started playing Brood War. I was known for my Reaver drops. I was a Protoss, still am.
Nice.
I Reaver dropped the hell out of people and would kill many, many people that way. I was also known to be I'm going to say it, a bastard, and go Dark Archon and steal their worker, and then build their base and kill them with their own units.
Oh,
It's the only way to play, really.
What was that?
It's the only way to play.
It is, and it's basically like teabagging the guy to death. I mean, so it was a great game. I still have it on my computer here. I mean, I still will go to Brood just to play it. So that was my intro to esports. Like IC Cup, I was a B-, C+ rank. I wasn't phenomenal, but I was good. And so when StarCraft 2 came out, I was like, well, I really want to get into this. I want to start getting a little bit more competitive again, even though I'm a little older. And as we all know, the older you get, unless you're White Raw, the worse you are. Or Flash. We're going to say Flash too. So I'm like, well, I joined VP Gamers. And I can tell you what, I learned a lot from that, and I made a lot of friends. And I started learning people and names and relearning the whole thing again. And unfortunately, things died out. Like, the management was kind of blah, and I was a low-level manager, so I really couldn't do a lot. And one day they wanted me to come up with this proposal, and my wife wanted to spend quality time. And she wanted to go out on a date, and I said, well, I'm not going to screw over my wife because I haven't seen her in 4 days, So I would basically be like, fine, I'm just going to go on a date. And that's when I got a text from the owner and goes, listen, you're fired from VP Gamers. Oh. And I was like, the fuck? So, yeah, I could swear. I was like,
you're 1 day off.
Just the 1 day off. I'm like, what? So I'm like, whatever. I had already been talking to a guy that had some knowledge, and he was, he's no longer with UR as of right now. And I created UR in January of 2012, January 1st. Mm-hmm. UR live, and I came up with the name Underrated Gaming because I believe there's a lot of North American talent that will never get seen if they don't be given a chance. Oh. So, and I mean, I feel like that. I mean, I have a kid that was silver when he joined UR. Literally, silver. He was supposed to be on the community team. We still haven't finished that part off. I'm still working on things. But he was silver, and now when we transitioned over, he was like, I'm low masters now. And we're like, all right, come on the academy. The kid's going to be GM probably next season.
Wow.
Chris is just an amazing player, an enemy. He is by far. But I have some great talent. I mean, I've picked up Newbergini.
JVK!
Yeah.
JVK!
He's in the chat right now.
Yeah, he definitely... he has been... yeah, I saw that. But his buddy, his Valadin is a lot better, so I'm not going to lie. So, love me some Valadin.
I also see Hyperdesi in the chat, and we met him in NASL.
Yeah.
In Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of good guys. But Newbergini really is probably like the definition of what you want. He's taken fourth at ETS. He did great, and now he's just going up and up. I mean, he by far I think will be one of the best Zergs NA within the next year. So
I feel like I helped UR Gaming. I housed that man. He would have been sleeping on the streets because he had no idea what he was doing.
Met that man.
I bought his bus ticket to get to LAN ETS.
Oh snap! We're all part of UR Gaming.
We're raising this kid together.
It takes a community, guys.
It does. So I mean that's my intro in. I mean, I've been trial by fire really. I never had anyone to sit over my shoulder and say, "This is how you do a team. This is how you make a team. This is how you run a team." I don't have a plan B for you. I'm running on, this is my idea, this is how it's going to be. And I think it's doing pretty well. I mean, I'm here with you guys now, so I got to be doing something right. So,
well, I mean, the legend in esports is you haven't made it until you've made it on EsportsCanadaTV. So
that's true. That's true.
I guess I've made it. So I'm done, guys. UR Gaming's closed as of today.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here, anyways.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else to go.
No, I mean, I really, I mean, I have friends in the chat. You see the Killer Man and all that. They can actually vouch. I have gone through ups and downs with this team. The announcement hasn't been seen yet. And I don't know if there was an announcement. I'm just deciding.
What, people are asking for an announcement?
Yeah, people are saying I have an announcement. I didn't know that I had an announcement, but I guess, you know, it is what it is. So we'll keep talking. And so, yeah, like I said, I mean, I've had no book, no learner's manual, no.
Right.
You know, I can look at EG, I can look at Liquid, I can look at all the big teams. I mean, I'm sure you guys can, you know, see, and everyone is struggling. So I think it's honestly, and people are gonna get pissed off at me for this probably, and I'm gonna call it out as I see it. It's a broken system right now in esports.
Yep.
How they work it. Well, I'm glad John agrees with me.
No, I totally agree. The NA scene is totally broken.
Yeah, we're pretty messed up over here.
I find everything outside of NA is fantastic, and maybe I'm just kind of biased because I'm in NA, but I 100% agree.
I think it's actually very much broken. The reason I say that is you have GMs who have done nothing but get GM, which is a great thing for North America, that are demanding $100, $200, $300 a month salaries. And I will look at you and go, what have you done? Have you won anything? Do you stream daily? Do you have a big, you know, to me, I need something. I need a little bit of ROI to, you know, go to a sponsor and say, hey, I have a player that could do this, you know, and they're like, these kids don't do anything, but they see, you know, the EGs, the complexities, you know, all throwing money around like nobody's business. Complexity now having to downsize. You know, they lost their team house, 4 or 5 months ago. So, I mean, but EG even they're downgrading team houses. They're moving to LA, I think, because of their LCS team. So, I mean, right now, esports is very volatile. And throwing money at the problem doesn't fix the problem. It just creates a bigger problem. So I'm very much in the aspect of I'll throw money at something if I believe you're deserving of it. And it's very hard to find a player with that mindset. And the players I do have all have that mindset of we'll work for what, you know, what we can get. So,
I mean, that's actually a really good point. Not many people who get into this business really understand the huge cost it takes to run a team and everything therein, right? So yeah. How do you manage that? Because most of the best players are going to be young kids, and young kids by their very nature are not that, you know, goal-oriented or you know, I'm not talking about all of them, just in general, right? So how hard is it for you to get like somebody who is willing to put in that commitment, that time, that effort that is required to get this type of return on investment that you're describing?
Well, I mean, what I do, I kind of do it in bulk, and I do it with our academy team. I love our academy team. You know, I figure about 1 in every 10 will come out and be a really good star player. What I do is bring them in, and I say, I will use our name. I will use our sponsors. I will use everything in my power to promote you. You just have to work for it.
Right.
And you'll find out the ones that leave and won't put in the time, or you're gonna get guys like Hyperdesi, Newbergini, Valadin, Anemone, Odie, but like all my A team right now. Those guys have come up and really just kind of proven themselves as we're here, and they want it, and they're very hungry to keep pushing for it. So,
do you find that there's any like the pool to grab from? Is there always somebody willing to come in and try?
Oh yeah. Believe it or not, if you offer them a home and a hug every now and again, and just
that's all I want.
And positive reinforcement, and the A team kind of helping them out and coaching them. Really, that's really what a lot of these guys are looking for. They're asking a price, but they don't realize that it's hard to say. It's just they need a home. They need someplace to learn. They need a safe haven. I see guys that jump around team to team. I've had them. They'll literally come in and be gone in a day because, I got a better offer from this team. That's great. But if you keep doing that, I mean, there's a ton of NA teams, but how many A teams actually live longer than a year? Enough said.
Do you feel like the Academy team has really taken a downturn since you brought on players like Endersword?
Well, I just met this Endersword guy, so I will say he's actually he's important to UR because he is he's a lot of fun. We do love Ender. So
are we talking about the same guy? Dave Creamer.
Worst guy.
Boston fan, deep voice.
Yeah, sounds,
He gave me a very nice massage last night, shall we say.
Hello.
Hello, Endersword here.
We are no
That was
longer
actually really
rated
good,
PG.
Nick.
I'm getting pretty good at that impression. Oh,
It happens. It happens.
No, I mean, in reality, I mean, I always tell people if they want to get into esports or they want to get into management, I will take them under and I'll show them what I do. It might not be always the right thing, but it's gonna get them to point A to point B very easily. So, no one's taken me up on that offer yet. But, I don't know.
Something that you are currently, you have your fingers all in this pie, is the URTL, the Underrated Team League. And it's something that Nick and I and John and Dave have all had the pleasure of casting for. And I'm sure a lot of people already know about it, but it is a 10-week tournament that's happening. Week 8, I believe, is coming up. No, week 9. Week 9. We just finished week 8, sorry. So we're like right near the end. It's an amazing tournament. I've had a ton of fun casting this and seeing all these teams that I may not have known about before. So tell me, why did you start the Team League? What was the impetus to do that? I know you said earlier there's Underrated started to promote these people who may not get a spotlight on them. So was that the reason why you wanted to do the Team League as well? Just to get all these teams that maybe people don't know about, just to get together and play in a highly competitive scene?
Yeah, really, I mean, like I said, there's a ton of teams out there, and they get nothing. I mean, you got a team like Denial, which was my intent. You have one player, maybe two players on that team you could name, which is Tila and Why. Really, those two are pretty much your biggest. But, I mean, they have Fiery. They have a lot of other guys, Grape, that don't get seen a lot. And now they get casted. Yeah, sure, we have a team like Clarity. I grew up with their manager, or I've known their manager for a very long time. Yeah. But we have a lot of unknown teams. Sup from Germany. God, now I got to go into teams. We have O-Spire, O-Gaming, Chaos from Canada. So, I mean, really just, we have like ZGT from down in, I think they're Brazil or Mexico. I forget which one. So, I mean, we reach the whole gambit of the world. I mean, it literally is all over the place. And teams, there was no team league. I mean, if you noticed, IPTL, where'd that go? NASL, they've automatically said they're not doing SC2 anymore. So there's nothing out of them. MLG was going to do a team league. Well, now Blizzard has ruined that. So thank you, Blizzard. I mean, really, all the team leagues I can name off have all died. EG isn't doing a new team league, as far as I know. They're still not doing one. Because Scoots left, and he was their backbone for that team league. So, NA really has no team league. So, I mean, in my opinion, esports in a whole needs to be organized. And yes, I've been doing it because I'm a little greedy as well. You might not have the greatest players, but if you can put on a hell of a team league and get viewership that way, I can go to sponsors and say, I am worth X amount of money because I have that team league. Now give me what I want.
Pretty awesome there.
And speaking of sponsors, UR Gaming does have the newest sponsor. We have, we just locked it in today. We're finished off. It is Cooler Master. We are locked in with CM Storm. Yeah, go to hell, everyone else that's announced. WASD keyboard. I have CM Storm. I am now 1-1 with a guy named Polt. He also works for them. So, just saying. They only pick the best, and I have a whole bunch of gear coming over to my house. So.
Oh, that's so sick, man. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You have a CM Storm, Nick, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I have one, actually. It's a pretty good keyboard.
Nice.
Love it. So, Pat, you've had this team league now. Not a lot of other team leagues exist at the moment. And I know that the UR team league, this is the second season. You guys did one before.
Yep.
So, generally, could you talk about maybe what kind of response you've received from the esports community, maybe players and teams as well?
Oh, it's been amazing. Like, I can tell you every day. My phone here blows up every day. I get like 4 or 5 emails going, hey, dude, I saw your team league on TL. I've got this clan. Can I get in there?
Oh, nice.
And I'm like,
yeah, during stream, people will message us too in chat. They'll be like, how do we get in on this? And I'm like, you got to go to the website because it's pretty open. So,
yeah, I mean, we're open. I don't care if you're bronze team or you're GM team. You know, it is, awesome. You can go to twitch.tv/URGamers. They're there every day casting.
Every day.
I mean, every day. I mean, that was my goal. You can put out content, but if you don't put out content often, they forget about you. So if you put out content in someone's face every day, it's on TL's calendar. I have literally taken a team league that we got, I think, on average 20 views last season. I am averaging over 100 this season. So
I was telling you before, when I was lucky enough to be able to cast, we did. Me and Endersword did one series, but it was only one game because the team had to forfeit, and so we did one game, and I think we had like 12 viewers or something because we were only online for maybe 15 minutes because it was like a 9-minute all-in the one game that we did, and then we came back to do the next set, and it was right as WCS EU ended, and so we were sitting steady at like 50, 60 viewers, and then you could tell that the second WCU ended, it was just like boom, we shot up to like 200, and I was just like, whoa, like this is my second time casting. Why is there 200 people watching me right now?
Word travels fast, Johnny.
But yeah, I was definitely impressed with the amount of viewers you guys are getting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it just is ridiculous, and that's how I'll be honest, that's how I landed Cooler Master. I went to our contact there, and I said, hey, I got this much. I think our team league's worth this much on the average viewer count. And she fully agreed with me. And I just got the statement from her, and they are actually, I'll read it to you guys if you want. CM Storm is proud to sponsor Underrated Gaming and arm them with the very best gaming peripherals on the market. Their dedication to the actively promoting esports is in line with our goals, and we are happy to assist in their growth of their community.
Wow.
Ooh.
Now, Execute in chat wants to know, is that strictly for the team, or does that carry over into the league as well, since it is kind of the same brand?
You believe it or not, it's going to carry over into the league.
Nice.
They are going to be the mainstay sponsor until I find something bigger. I'm not going to lie, I'm working. So I work, and I'm going to keep bringing sponsors in. And yes, it's going to flow over. It's actually going to flow over to another announcement, which I'll get to here. 3 announcements. I have a lot of them tonight.
CM Storm New Gaming.
It's not CM Storm New Gaming. It's going to be actually UR Gaming New Burgundy still. But then it'll probably, if we get to the point where we get naming out of them, it'll be basically UR New Burgundy CM Storm. So It'll be a mouthful, but it'll be close.
Oh, I hope that there's someone who could Desert. I hope somebody on your team is named Desert.
So you get Desert Storm.
Yeah,
Desert. See what I did there?
Aha.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, with you saying that, I've actually sold a few kids joining UR just by telling them they can put UR in the front of their name.
Oh, and then it sounded nice.
It's
yeah,
nice
they're like,
UR Jovian sounds nice.
Yeah.
No, you're Jovian.
You're joking.
No, you're wait.
Oh man. So Pat, this is all really amazing and awesome news.
Yeah.
So let's say for future team leagues, what are some other things you might want to incorporate into it?
Well, we're looking at next season. Next season might be a possible offline finals. That's still way out. We're looking at that. We're gonna still go to 7 days a week. Bigger prize pool for next season, most likely. A few sponsors that I can't announce yet that we're probably going to be bringing in to put money in. Awesome.
Alpine beer is probably one of them.
Hey, their motto is you got to live here to get it. So unless you're in New Brunswick,
that could be where the offline tournament is, John. You have no idea.
That's true. You want to come to St. John? I get you a venue, get you fiber optic internet, fastest shit in the world. I'll let you sleep in my apartment. You can pet my cat. That's not a euphemism for anything, but actually petting my cat.
Do I at least get to be Big Spoon?
Yes.
Okay.
Agreed.
John's a really big dude, though. I don't know.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's.
I am 6'3". I was a hockey player, so.
Oh snap!
Also 6'3".
Okay, so.
It's a perfect fit.
It's a perfect fit.
So, I mean, speaking of team leagues, the next thing we're going to go into is your gaming. The way I'm presenting ROI and trying to get money back is get more team leagues. So what games can I go into? Well, Your Gaming has not had a LOL team. We've been very successful at breaking LOL teams up. As a joke, I am now on my 8th LOL team that has died or come in. And now we are actually going into another one. But this one's not going to go away. I'm actually building this one from the ground up. And we're going to go in and start. You've heard it here first. New League of Legends team league.
Nice.
And soon to be a Dota 2 team league as well. You haven't heard that yet, and now you do.
Let's do it.
So
many things. Slow down
my management chat's gonna blow up because they haven't even heard these yet. I've been working on ideas.
I mean, it is hard to keep a League of Legends team together. I mean, when they make that transition from elementary school to middle school, you lose a lot of your friends. You know, you're meeting new people, so it's hard to keep playing with the same people.
Such a hater. I want to ask a question. That you said something about potentially an offline tournament. I have two questions then. One, will the LOL and Dota be an online tournament just like you're doing for the current URTL where you have teams from Mexico and Germany, so it'll be online? Yes. And if there is a potential for an offline tournament, what does that mean for the international flair? Because I know we have Glory to the Braves from Mexico and Team Siget was from Germany. I mean, how do these teams compete in an offline tournament?
Well, that's a great question. What I'm trying to do is if we do get to a offline spot with the URTL, we're actually going to work with sponsors to have them fly over, literally like 8 of the players.
Oh, wow.
So
this could be big.
Yeah, we're talking. It's not a small thing.
Okay.
But I mean, because the other big problem is I've noticed is the lack of open brackets. So that's why I'm working with other people, and we're trying to really. I'm exploring options, so we say, of what I can do to produce more content, and to do that, I've actually brought in VVV Tough, former VVV Tough. Now he's UR Tough. Tom, yes, Tom, dude, I can't. Yeah, Thomas.
He's from Barrie. He's basically my countryman.
Yeah, he is awesome. He's got a lot of great ideas, and just he's helping us grow. The other one is I'm sure everyone's heard of him. Is Nanman. He is now partnering up with UR. You guys are hearing that one first too.
Snap.
So we're sponsoring Nanman, doing everything we have to.
All the announcements. That's 4.
Yeah. I'm up to 4 or 5. I'm gonna just keep going.
All right.
So, But yeah, so we're partnering up with Nanman. He just did DC LAN, where one of our players took third place,
Nice.
right behind Illusion and Avillo. So you are yellow. He's absolutely he's a rock star. So, anyways, I mean, we're just growing. I mean, but I just I really just kind of feel like you have to keep growing out in content. If you grow more content and produce more content, then I'm going to get more money in, which then I can filter right back into the team and, give you players like, Select or whatever like that. So,
yeah, I mean, when you talk about that, that was when we had Shane Parmalee on from My Intent, owner of that team. He was saying, like, I'm not about going to major tournaments, trying to fly to MLG. I'm about producing good content and getting a return on investment from that and getting these players to have a following behind them instead of going to a tournament and trying to win it when you're going up against these bigger players and bigger names.
Yep, definitely. I mean, really, it's that type of thing. I mean, me and Shane actually are really good friends.
He's great.
He's absolutely awesome. Even though he's a Canuck.
Even though.
But me and Shane talk on a daily basis. If I had known they were moving, I actually probably would have tried to persuade them with sponsorships to actually all come over to UR. I'm not gonna lie, because I actually really enjoy working with Shane, and if I ever get the chance to again, I will definitely do that. So
maybe he can be your Canadian affiliate.
He wouldn't be a Canadian affiliate. He would probably be somewhere in the C's group, like my CO Draken or Jason's in chat. I see him. I don't know if my CFO's in chat or not. I didn't know if Andrew's in there. So, but he'd be in that group. So, he's a very trusting fellow, and I do love him. So,
is Execute giving away a prize or something? What is he doing?
No, he's just getting people to say you are gaming.
Oh, nice.
Who is Execute anyway? I'm just.
He runs LAN ETS.
We always say he runs, and he always makes sure to remind us that he's one of the people who runs. It's actually a huge tournament.
He's one of the 8,000 people that run that thing.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy.
Next time, can we get a free pass for UR Gaming? Can we do that?
I actually don't think he's in charge next year. Cool.
Oh, is he not? Then I don't give a shit.
Maybe.
Wow, esports is a cold place, man.
He might be able to put you in contact with the people who can give you free cash.
All right, now we're best
do that.
I know when we went, it was like Killing Spree had a huge entourage of players there, and they had like a whole section of themselves with Killing Spree banners and everything hanging around. So I can see that.
Yeah, well, I don't think they have these to give away. So
that's true.
I mean, I also have jerseys I might be able to give away. Cooler Master keyboards or mice, maybe if I have some extras. You go up to me if I'm at if I'm at a LAN, you go, HandFromAbov or Pat, you dirty bastard, give me something. I probably will do that. So
that sounds amazing. When are you? When can I expect to see you in Toronto then?
Well, I am still waiting on my extended license. Once that happens, I will be making a trip up to the next LAN probably. And throwing out some UR swag. So
you keep me posted. Have you been to Canada before?
No, I didn't go to the Strippers Row when I was younger, down in Niagara Falls. So
okay.
Or Toronto.
I see what you did there.
Shout out to Treasures. Fantastic service.
She was
with a smile.
Greatest buffalo wings around.
Yeah.
Hydrolus knows. He's from Niagara. He knows.
Viagra?
Oh, nice.
Niagara.
Wait, we're getting confused right now.
Yeah.
So you said you're rebuilding your LoL team. I'm assuming that in both the LoL and Dota tournaments that you will be participating. How far off are we from these tournaments that you just announced?
Those are probably about 4 months. I have to really kind of latch onto some money to do that.
Okay.
But really, Dota needs a smaller tournament. They have some either really small non-paying ones, or they have like the international. There is no in between. The League of Legends.
That's quite a jump.
Yeah. League of Legends is the same way. It's like LCS or go for LOL. Crap. No.
Well, how do you find the support? Obviously, Riot and Valve, it's pretty well known that they support their events very well. They're great people for that. So how do you find starting up like a StarCraft 2 league as compared to this MOBA scene that's being generated through LoL and Dota 2? Is there anything easier, or because you said also about the size of it is an issue, so is it actually harder in that respect?
I find it very easy actually because I just go to elementary schools and throw out flyers, and it's good to go. But in reality, if you go to a team or any sponsor and you say, "Hey, I'm going to run a team league with possibly soon-to-be LCS quality teams," they literally will pull out their pocketbook and go, "How much?" They want to get on board because they see how big these numbers are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that, it really just kind of, it blossoms really quick. So it's very easy for me to say, hey, also, look what I've done with StarCraft, which is not waning in views, but it's just, there's so many other esports popping up that, it's just, other people are going elsewhere. It's like, oh, I don't have money to play StarCraft anymore, but I can play League of Legends. So, or my APM is only 60. I can play League of Legends, but I can't play StarCraft. So,
I'm 12, and what is this? You can play League of Legends.
I mean, so go ahead.
No, I was basically going to ask because, I mean, with StarCraft, I find it's super easy because you just have one person. You just make a bracket and you have one person versus another one person. When you start getting into the MOBAs and you have to basically track 5 moving pieces for each team, how do you wrap your head around that management ordeal?
What I do is I look at their managers and go. And that's about all I do because I don't accept teams that don't have set managers.
Oh, I see.
Really, it's a pain in my ass to find 5 guys. I'm not here to babysit. If I'm putting up a prize pool, you better be showing up. Plain and simple.
That's excellent. Yeah.
Gotta work for it, yeah.
I know the best admin NA if you ever need help.
Shameless
I've been quoted.
Honestly,
I've been quoted by State, #2 of the Shoutcraft America Finals, as the best admin NA. And Rotterdam didn't disagree with him.
I will actually be putting out a lot of posts to if you want to work for UR Gaming, please send emails in because my management core, if you ever notice like all these little teams, they have like 40 managers and like 4 players. UR Gaming's got like 60 players now and like 4 managers.
Well, I know I don't do enough esports in the run of a week. I'll have to clear it with my girlfriend and see if I can take on another.
More StarCraft.
She agrees.
Hi, Sarah.
And it will be happening.
That's good times. Well, you know that Nick and I always love to cast for your events. We're having an absolute blast casting URTL, and we feel really privileged to be able to cast these players and to also cast under the UR umbrella. So in the future, if you want us, keep us in mind because we will be there. Also for Dota, we're pretty good at Dota. Nick's never played LoL, so don't call us for LoL.
You're pure.
I got LoL casters, don't worry.
Alright.
I have them on speed dial.
Okay, good.
So.
Well, that was amazing.
We are closing in on the witching hour here. It's almost 10 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock yours.
Yep.
And we do like to do the lightning round. Are there any more questions, possibly from chat, or from Frank or Nick or Pat? Anything else you want to get off your chest here before I destroy you verbally?
Please take it easy. I don't know if I can handle it.
That's fair. John is vicious.
I'm destroyer of worlds.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
He's kind of like Death from Above that way.
Oh boy.
Just the
Pat, if you want to give any shout-outs now is the time.
Any other sponsor announcements? Maybe your team.
Any more sponsors? Anything like that? The usual.
No. I think I'm pretty much done for the night. I do want to give shout-outs to CM Storm. They are absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to start working with them. So please give them a follow, guys. And then also at MaxFrag and SC2 Gears. If you guys are playing StarCraft and you don't use SC2 Gears, don't even bother playing. So other than that, really just I am looking forward to moving on, and maybe we'll have to do a part 2 here as we grow on. So
we do like to invite our guests back. No one has obliged us with their presence more than once yet.
Oh, Execute's been on a couple times.
Yeah, that's true. But that's how we want him to be a mod in the chat. And I think that might be below
You
Pat.
could be a mod, Pat. You could move up into the mod realm.
Oh, I can move up into the mod?
Yeah.
And our fact checker is telling us Mike Daniels and Vince Louis have also been on twice.
Very many times.
There we go.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony. Best fact checker NA.
Yep.
Fact checker sounds like a dirty word.
It sounds like
further ado.
Oh boy.
I do want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Alpine Lager, 5% alcohol, 95% New Brunswicker.
Why are you doing this?
Feels like home.
What is this?
Because I can, Frank. Because I can. And we'll jump into
like drinking beer and playing some StarCraft.
Oh boy. All right, so hit me up with that lightning round. Come on, let's go.
Oh, you broke the sting when you started talking. I gotta get this checked out. Exploits. What's the deal?
Yeah, that's not right that it crashes so much. I like how that's actually good for us to promote that for actual sponsorship with that nice glowy background and stuff, John. That was well done. Well played.
Yeah.
We set that to sponsors in the future. Maybe a little CM Storm there, eh? Just call them up.
Call them up. Get that
Say
red
the
background.
magic word, Pat Mclean.
Red SC2, you are my favorite. You instantly get a point in the lightning round. You are the front runner currently. For any of you in the chat wondering what the lightning round is, I know Pat has watched the 37 episodes previous to this one, so I won't bore him with the rules. So if you want to
What? I watched episodes? Son of a bitch.
Shh, Pat, shh. Go along with it.
Okay.
For anyone in chat that's come along, whether you're a UR Gaming fan, a player, a manager, an enemy, and you come on to watch Pat burn in flames, I will explain the lightning round. It is 10 skill testing questions that need to be answered lightning fast. They are mentally and physically exhausting, and they will take him to the limit and back, and possibly once more to the limit. So I will ask you, Pat Mclean, CEO of Underrated Gaming, one time and one time only, are you ready for the lightning round?
I am ready. Bring it on.
Good luck, Pat.
Question number 1 is typically a hockey question. You did talk about you having a semi-pro career at one time.
Yep.
And you seem to be quite knowledgeable of the Buffalo Sabres.
Yep.
I'm not sure of the exact time frame. I think it was about 7 years ago. The Sabres had a Eastern matchup in the playoffs against a team. And there was a bench-clearing brawl between the two teams.
Okay.
And there was a goalie from one of the teams who came over and started fighting the
That
tough
would be
guy.
Steve Shields. Fighting,
Steve Shields was the player?
No, Steve Shields was the goalie for the Buffalo Sabres that fought that game.
But who was the goalie for the other team? Who was instigating?
That would have been it would have been Emery, or it was Eddie Belfour or Ray Emery, if I remember correctly.
It was Ray Emery.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was Ray Emery, correct.
That's good.
Please go and look up that video clip if you have not seen it. Ray Emery fighting the Buffalo Sabres.
Yep. Steve Shields, and Steve Shields kicks his ass.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Ray Emery has anger issues, and he has been put into the Mad Asylum once or twice, if I remember.
Ray Emery also had a picture of Mike Tyson on his helmet, and the league made him take it off.
Yes, he did.
That is 1 point to you. We will move
Boom!
on now.
Good start. It's a good
I
start.
feel like this is also the start of a really good friendship between the two of you.
Well,
I feel like
going
you guys
through the
are
lightning
gonna be
round, I was
best
like,
buds.
man, we actually like a lot of the same things. Except the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh.
I
could
will
be a
fight
game
you over that.
I actually don't mind the Sabres too much.
I like the Sabres when they beat the Toronto Maple Leafs or the Boston Bruins. So
I'm a Habs
I'm good
fan.
with that.
I'm a Habs fan.
I'm sorry.
Oh. How many cups has Buffalo won, Pat?
Enough not to ever be in the books.
Okay.
Great answer. Question. I'm being told by Moosey Tarrant to focus, and the lightning round is derailed, so we will get back on topic. Question number 2. You're a classic gamer by trade. Yep. Name your ideal team composition into Final Fantasy 1 for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
I would have gone Fighter. I would have gone Thief, White Mage, and Black Mage.
Standard.
So standard.
Black Belt was the best, bro. You didn't even need to equip them with anything. He just owned.
Black Belt was fun, but I like the Thief, and I would always name my Red Mage or White Mage some girly name, and the Black Mage always, for some reason, was named Omar. Don't know why. So...
Omar coming through.
Omar the Black Mage.
Yep.
Fire.
All right, I'll give you a point for that, even if my co-casters complained it was too standard.
Back off.
2 points.
That was like the #1 build. Like in the book where they're teaching you about builds, they're like, pick this team composition. It was the first one. Come on, Pat.
I know little to nothing about any Final Fantasy.
My other comp was, Knight, Red Mage, White Mage, and White Mage. I did double White Mage.
Oof, all the way across the sky.
Yep.
Question number 3. Something you would do if money was no object.
I would probably open a house and bring all my players down here so I could actually make UR an actual thing, physical place where I could have people come visit and really just, all that fun stuff. So.
Great. That's good.
Ender Sword said, "Burn the money."
I guess if it was no object.
If it was
He
no
works in
object.
finance.
How does that
Burn the house
burn
down,
something
pee on the
with
ashes,
something?
build a new one, right? Duh.
No.
All right, good answer. That's a point. Question 4. You find out that Nick's song was heard complaining that the URTL has no trailers or Fiji water for the casters. How quickly do you fire him?
Well, I would actually go up to him, grab him by the back of his shirt, pull it over his head, and start swinging, and then throw his ass out a window.
I thoroughly approve of that answer. 2 points,
Oh, damn.
as there was the jerseying, the punching, and the throwing out of the window.
Hockey player.
That
You
is
could
2
actually
points.
lift me, I bet.
Yeah, Nick's pretty
So
light.
tiny. You're like, yeah.
Burn the songers. Question 5. So that was 2 points. Ooh, you're on track here. You're at 5 already.
Yeah, he's killing it. He
The
is
second
killing it.
half is tough, though.
Okay.
Question 5.
Okay.
Don Cherry suddenly announces that he is a huge esports enthusiast and he wants to do analysis with you during URTL breaks called Caster's Corner. And he is sure to bring in record esports stream numbers. However, he actually knows little to nothing about esports and he refuses to call you anything but Ron Mclean. Do you accept the offer?
I actually do, and just use him like John Madden, and give him a teleprompter.
This is esports.
This is esports. Boom!
See, the team who scores the most points is going to win the game.
Exactly. That's all I need. Put
Did you imagine his
in a
suits?
UR jersey.
He'd have one that was all pylons, and then
That'd be fantastic.
he'd have another one. He'd have, instead of a flower, he'd have a hatchery. Awesome.
And he'd always play a little video clip at the end of that one unit that died, and he'd cry. Question 6.
You'd be like, no, the SCV.
Here's a Marine. Came out of the barracks. He's a good guy.
Good guy.
Point for that for sure.
All
Oh my
right.
goodness.
You're at 6.
Unreal.
Another hockey question. Theme brewing tonight. I'm a big fan also of goalies.
Okay.
You played net yourself.
Yep.
Do you call it net or nets? This isn't
I
a
call
question
it-
that has nothing to do with lightning round.
I call it my net.
Okay. Because I've met people that call it, do you play nets? I'm just-
No, I'd punch him in the face for that.
Yeah, that was my immediate reaction. I want to hear from you the 3 greatest B goalies of all time.
Ooh, that's
B
a-
goalies.
Yeah.
Mika Nornen from the Buffalo Sabres.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with Nikolai Heavy-Bulin.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
And Ray Emery's got to be in the mix of that one.
A lot of hate for Ray.
Patrick Raw was not a B goalie. Come on.
Patrick Raw is an idol, and I've shaken that man's hand.
Did he break it off and call you an idiot?
No, he's a really nice guy.
Nice.
So-
Short side story. I met Ray Bork on the weekend. Not a nice man.
I've heard that.
He is not a nice man. Question 7.
Hey,
you
wait,
get a point.
do you agree with those picks?
I agree with those picks. I was just interested in hearing him say funny names. Because B goalies always have the best names.
Like Nikolai Heavy-Bulin.
Like Happy
Happy
Bullet.
Happy.
Is Cold StarCraft Cold SC? Is that the same guy in chat?
Might
Yeah.
be.
Fantastic. I like
Welcome,
it.
Richard.
Welcome, Richard. Question 7. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.
Okay. Tanagra. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Now you got. It's,
Oh!
you might have got me.
Oh!
I can't even think of the response on Darmok and Jalad. It's
This is
something
tense.
over the sea. Darmok and Jalad over the sea, if I remember correctly.
Is that your final answer? Do you want to think?
I'm
about
going with that, or over the ocean or something. It's got to do with water.
From sea to ocean to water. Just call it water.
Where's,
H2O.
how'd I do?
There was it's Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra,
Yep.
and then there's a whole bunch of them, right?
Yes, there is, because it's when Patrick Stewart gets trapped on the planet with the no translator
Mm-hmm.
in his ear, and he's got to translate or work with that alien.
Yes. The episode is called Darmok.
Yep.
And it is, I mean, there's a bunch of them I can list off. Some of them. Temba, his arms wide open.
Yep. Temba is wide open. Yep.
The river Tamark in winter.
Yep.
Uzani, his army with fists open.
Yep.
All great quotes.
Yes.
There beneath Momento. Oh, man.
So what does that translate
And then it's
to?
Picard
This
and
is
Dathan
Klingon,
at
I'm assuming? Is it
Eladrel.
Klingon?
Ooh. See, when they met the Temerians,
Yep.
they speak in not sure
Metaphors?
what the term, not metaphors, but like images almost.
Yeah, it's basically like an image.
Yeah.
So like his arms wide open means they're greeting you.
yeah,
Okay.
So
and they all talk about stories from their history and past.
yeah.
So we would be quoting like Shakespeare. We would be like
Yep.
Romeo at the base of the window. It would
Yep.
be like, I'm trying to swoon you.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
That was a good explanation, actually. I totally get it.
that's how they explain it in the show. So.
Yep.
No points to you. And
All right. I'm sorry about
completely
that.
Oh, that's harsh. He even okay.
Take away. He told me he was a big TNG fan, and that he's
You
never
can
been
take a
stumped.
point away. I did mess that one up.
He's never been stumped, and he's won over $400.
That's the sign.
So,
That's the sign of a big TNG fan. Actually, he took it with grace.
question number 8. Who is your pick for a team to win the URTL this season?
Well, I kind of got to go with Clarity because Shuttle has been on fire lately. But the team I could see upsetting them is Denial.
I don't think we ever got to cast any of those guys, Frank.
Well, I can make that happen because I still have a lot
Let's
of
do
videos.
it.
So
Nice.
Let's do it.
I actually play for the Clarity Gaming community team now in the Chobo Team League. It just started this week.
That sounds like so much fun.
And man, I can't wait. I practiced real hard today on my day off.
You practiced real hard for
Yeah.
the Chobo League. So did you
The
like
Chobo League.
do nothing but cheese and like
No, man,
not actually play the
it's
game?
legit.
You played arcade all day.
Legit. I got my first matchup next Monday, I think.
Good luck to you, Johnny.
Sure you on, John.
Very nervous. I 100% like your answer of Clarity. They're one of my favorite teams, for sure.
I thought Your Gaming was your favorite team. God damn
I
it.
said one of
Okay.
my favorite teams, and if you talk back like that again, I will take off half a point. Question number 9.
How inebriated or on drugs were you when you decided to let Frank and Nick cast your baby, which is the underrated team league?
Well,
You can
at
say
that
this like in
point,
ounces or shots or grams.
I was about a half keg in.
Yep.
You got my email.
And I was really just kind of, they asked, and I just kind of smashed my head against the keyboard a few times. I guess the word yes came out. So
That's what it was.
I've made a huge mistake.
But I guess it was a good mistake because I'm on the show. So
There you go. That was actually my doing. Question 10. You receive 1 point for that because I hate both Frank and Nick.
I know. I hate the lightning round so much. This is the worst part of the show.
Question 10 is a chance to redeem yourself on TNG.
okay.
I want to hear your top 5 cast members, whether they're full-time cast members, season only, or special guest stars.
Tasha Yar.
Tasha Yar.
Fuck Tasha. She is the worst. Freaking
What
dies
about
to
when
a
she comes back as a
slow-moving,
Vulcan?
oily slug thing.
Or as a
Really?
whatever it is.
What up?
The oily slug thing. I want your top 5.
All right, top 5.
I'll count them down.
Gotta be Data's in the mix because Data is great in the movies. That's where he really got better. Number 4 has to be Q.
Yep.
Oh, I love Q.
I love my Q.
Yeah, he's good.
You put your
Number
hands up, Frank. We can all
3
count to 5.
is let's see. Oh, let's see. There's so many of them. Gotta give Wesley Crusher a shout out.
Yeah. He gets a lot of heat, but man, Wesley's the bomb.
He you know what? As a little brainiac kid, you know, he definitely does it.
He's cooler now too.
He is. Dude, I watch his tabletop show all the time.
Yeah. Will Wheaton's good.
That was a good show.
So, that's a phenomenal show. Number 2. I know it's gonna sound like
number 4,
cop-outs, but it's gonna be Riker. Because the way he sits on seats.
Yes. Riker post-beard, I'm guessing?
Post-beard.
Yes.
Because he puts his leg over, he like straddles the seat,
I've seen
puts
the
leg up.
Is that a pun?
If you haven't seen it, it'll blow your mind.
It will literally, you'll sit there and go, wait, I've watched this many Star Trek episodes and I've missed that? What the hell? And number 1, Jean-Luc Picard.
Agreed.
Because of the memes that have come out of the pose.
I always send my dad funny links, and the only link he ever sends me back is a link to the image of Picard doing the double face palm.
Yep.
The caption, double face palm because one face palm's not enough.
Yep.
I don't know if he realizes that he keeps sending me the same one, but I don't even care.
It's still, I mean, plus he has the freaking lionfish in a little cube in his office. I was like, dude, that's awesome.
Have you seen the one where it's just a repeated clip over and over again when someone's at the door and he's yelling out "come"?
Yeah.
And it shows porn on his little screen and he's just yelling out "come."
So do you guys want us to leave while you guys?
No, man. We're gonna be a while. We got another hour, Pat. I'm good. If you want.
Do you want to play that video there, John?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yes, all of those are good picks.
I would have said Geordi, but Geordi can be a little bitch at times.
Yes.
I would have said any given red shirt that's going to the planet with Picard or Riker because that's absolutely hilarious. Or the Bajoran chick that, you know, bangs Riker and then dies within the next 10 seconds. So.
Agreed. I also would have accepted the super brain that they held inside that box.
Ooh, yep, very good.
Second season, also a great character.
Yep.
But I completely agree with those 5, so you will get 5 points.
This is unprecedented.
This is. I've been actually really nice lately with the lightning round. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's like summer months. It's starting to get warm.
Did well.
You're drunk, John. You're drunk.
I know. Thank you to our sponsor,
Because
Alpine
you're
Lager.
a sponsor.
Live here to get it.
Yep.
I do have a bonus question, which we've never
Okay.
done. You mentioned you were from Rochester, and the American station that we get here for like NBC or Fox, I think it was Fox, is Fox Rochester.
I'm sorry.
Is the affiliate that we get. Well, I mean, it's compared to Canadian TV, it was fantastic. But I want to know, have you ever visited or attended the Rochester Business Institute?
I have never done that, and I would hope it burns to the ground, honestly.
I can't even explain to you how many times I've seen ads for the Rochester Business Institute.
It's the best thing. Yeah, it's because everyone in Rochester is on welfare, and they're trying to get them to go to work.
You just lost RBI as a sponsor for the URTL.
Oh,
There's
well.
huge esports dollars in there, Pat.
Go to work. Stop sucking my money. Oh, wait, sorry.
Please look up commercials for Rochester Business Institute if you are in chat right now.
Yes.
Throw them a like on Facebook. Go tweet them.
Let me add this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This one was 5.
That was 2.
Numbers are too damn high.
I think we're at 12.
Woo!
So that does qualify you, of course, for our Tournament of Champions at the end of the year, where we bring back the 16 highest scores for the lightning round to compete in an ultimate tournament to crown the #1 champion of all time for
I
the
will
season.
teabag the rest of the field.
Don't get too excited. That doesn't actually exist.
Oh.
But we were happy to have you here for the lightning round.
Wait, you think we got sponsors or something, Pat? You think we're
Yeah, you think we're
ballers
just
or
made of money?
What, you guys don't have CM Storm? Oh, I'm sorry.
Rub it in.
No.
Man has CM Storm. Do you guys have CM Storm?
No.
I'm sorry.
Sponsors won't
We
come.
should join UR, Frank.
It's because
We
it's
should
Nick.
Amalgamate. It's because of
They see me, they're like, and nope.
we're always at
Dude,
the
his
point of
recent surgery,
signing, and then
he's
they're like,
out.
wait, who's that guy? Like, damn it.
Damn it, Nick, go hide.
Well, Pat, that does it for the lightning round. Congratulations, 12 points is a fantastic score.
Thank you.
That did put us over the time limit, but only by a pinch. Is there any more shout-outs, last words you want to give?
Just make sure they go to, if they want to see the URTL, it's twitch.tv/URgamers, URgaming. Follow us at URgamers. There's more to come, definitely. And also, I know while I'm on the show, guys, I will be on tomorrow again. If you want to see more of my antics and funniness, I will be with the real Nan Man on his up-and-coming show. It is on Twitch, so or on TL. It's twitch.tv/The Real Nan Man. I'll be there doing another interview, talking about stuff.
Nice.
And making fun of people. So
This will be a regular Tuesday nights.
no, I will not be there regular. I'm just a special guest this week. Really, what's going to end up being is we're creating a lot more content. So I will be in and out. We're doing stuff with Magic the Gathering, League of Legends, Dota, CSGO, and a lot of other stuff. And I forgot to push our Streamathon. June 20th is the start of a 72-hour Streamathon UR Gaming's putting on. You'll see people on that Friday night, the 21st, of the caliber of EG Machine, Select will be there.
Nice.
A few others yet to be announced. Pulp, probably. And we're going to have a 2v2 tournament as part of the Streamathon. And basically, you can bet on your favorite team to win. And it'll be a personality stuck with a SC2 Pro. So, say, for example, me and Select together. And we'll do some goofy things. And hopefully win, and the person that wins will get a prize back that that they bet. So
That sounds like super fun.
it is because we have sponsorships already announced with Cooler Master and a few others I can't really say, but I could tell you it's worth donating money to the American Cancer Society during the Streamathon. That I will have a donate button there, and we're raising all the money goes to cancer research, and I'm going to be talking to a lot of other big names, and hopefully that day, those 4 days, I will be very tired, but we will be putting on some hell of a good content. So
Sick.
Well,
maybe
sir,
we'll see the ESC guys in there. Who knows?
Oh, snap.
if you're lucky.
Super nice.
We need to fill that content between 4 and 5 a.m. Thank you very much, Pat, for joining us this evening. Guys, be sure to follow Pat on Twitter at URGaming, and as well, urgaming.net is the website. You can follow the Team League there as well, and also on Team Liquid, you'll always see it listed. Every single day, there are matches going on, and if you want to join that league, get in contact with Pat. I'm not sure what Nick is pointing to right now.
Just go to urgaming.net, and there's a contact us form. Just fill it out. It goes right to my personal email. So if you want to send naked pictures, whatever,
Done.
I'm good.
That's how Dave got in, right?
That's how Dave got in.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Anything else we wanted to talk about, Nick or Frank? Pressing news you wanted to get to? What's on the ticker? Barcraft in Calgary at the end of the month, June 30th. And no venue is confirmed yet, but you can find all the info on Facebook if you just look up Barcraft Calgary. Next week's guest is going to be a friend of mine, Yazid Yozo Sobai. It's from Frag for Charity out of Halifax. He also runs the Fiber Op Gaming League, which Root Kane has won the last 2 times, so he's going to come on and talk to us about that. He also produces a local show here in Atlantic, Canada called... Oh, God, I totally forget it now. I'm spacing on the date here.
Is it Game Code?
Yes, it's the Game Code TV, hosted by Stephanie Pelly, where they talk about gaming and esports and all that sort of stuff. So he's going to be on next week talking to us about all of that. So that should be very, very interesting. And the week after that, it'll be Matthew Sadokist Trivet, who just joined
ESEA or
ESEA.
ESEA, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Casting for CS:GO. He also cast some other FPSs as
Cast
well
like
as
every FPS.
Yeah, every
I was
FPS.
asking him at one point, I'm like, hey, do you cast this game? He's like, I never have, but I will. I'm like, okay.
I'll do it right now, blindfolded. Where is it? As well as Dota 2. So, very interesting cat. I know him quite well. He's also from my hometown. And no, I'm not just picking my friends to come on the show. These are actually people who are doing esports and doing a damn fine job of it. So we want to bring them on and give them exposure and love. Other than that, event happened on the weekend for 5v5 Inhibitor. It did not completely finish, and so we still need to crown a champion for that, but I heard the event went really, really well. A ton of people showed up there to the Microsoft store at the Yorkdale Shopping Center, and the players had a lot of fun, and yeah, it was a really great event. So thank you.
Where did the pictures get posted?
They were on our Facebook page, so head to facebook.com/esportscanada, and you can find all of the pictures from the event. There's a whole album there of some players and spectators and gameplay and all that. So thank you to the Microsoft Store for letting us run that event there, and we hope that is not our last one.
Yeah. And as always, go to Twitter and CC Esports, and just tell them how much you love them and thank them for sponsoring UR Gaming. That would be much appreciative. They'd love to see that.
Good connection.
And I was at an event all weekend for the Heart and Stroke Foundation, and we raised over $600,000. I was there filming. It was a big hockey tournament, so they brought in a bunch of NHL alumni. So Ray Bork, Brad May, Paul Coffey, Wendell Clark, Dale Howard-Chuck, Cliff
Howard-Chuck!
Marcel Dion. All the boys were there having a time, and it was quite fun. So, yeah, Heart and Stroke Foundation, congratulations on that as well. If you guys want to sponsor the show, that'd be cool too. And one last shout out to our new title sponsor, Alpine Lager. 5% alcohol, 95% New Brunswicker. Feels like home. You can't get it anywhere but in this province. So unless you're a fan in New Brunswick right now, drink something else.
I like this. I'm so going to take our show and give it to potential sponsors and be like, look what we can do.
Look what we can do. We can give you
the technology.
We can give you half-hearted shout-outs.
We can put your picture inside of a frame with the little X thing in the top right.
Wait till you guys see the new CM Storm overlays you'll be seeing tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Ready for the weekend?
Sick.
And ready for the weekend, you guys will have them. And there's a new GIF and everything for CM. It is pretty sickening. We have gone all out, and we have redone all the overlays.
Perfect. So that's actually a good point to mention, guys. Do make sure you follow UR Gaming under Twitter, because they'll let you know. You can also follow Nick and I at ESC Jovian and at ESC Songer, because we always promote the event when we cast it. We cast on the weekends, but there are games being casted every day of the week, so you guys can
believe it or
watch.
not, there's a game going right now.
So right after the
Don't
show,
switch over to that until it ends.
Yeah, just open up a tab now if you want.
Yeah, open up a second
watch
tab.
it
You
on
two monitors, or even one monitor. You can
Show
open
them
up
some
both.
love.
We have a whopping 67 people, and let's make it over 100. So.
Let's not talk about stream numbers.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my low number right now.
Oh, Pat. I was liking you.
So thank you guys for tuning in, and be sure to tune in next week and to follow us on our website, esportscanada.com, and on Twitter at esports_Canada, and on facebook.com/esportscanada. And this VOD will be up tomorrow on our YouTube channel, as well as all of the previous episodes, the whole 37 of them, some great ones in there at youtube.com/
EsportsCanadaTV. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
We did it.
We did it,
guys.
I'll see you at 39, guys.
See you at episode 39. Thanks so much, Pat. And thanks everyone in chat for joining.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me. I can't wait to be back.
Our pleasure.
One last shout out to the Chobo Team League and the Clarity Gaming Community Team. Love all you boys, and thank you to Jacqueline and Endersor for helping me train this week to win my Gold League match. Because I'm a scrub.